offense always elevate the pressure. The heart beats a little faster. It gets a little more intense. Particularly, that team across the field is a conference foe. And that's exactly what we have in this showdown coming up. And the Sun Devils will kick it away to start us off. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Kansas State's offense takes the field for the first time today. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads, showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
So what do they have for third and short from their own 23? Fires to the tight end. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
It's not a great feeling on defense, too. When you're blitzing, you're expecting to get a sack. You're expecting to get a hit on the quarterback. If the offensive line and running backs pick it up, because now you have one less guy in the back end trying to cover all these receivers and tight ends, and you know you're in trouble.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
He gets it up to the 44-yard line. He'll be marked out of bounds right there as this offense continues to roll. Kansas State really has this drive rolling. They'll run it from the gun. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Last play was a near disaster. Now dealing with 2nd and 13. Dropping back, it's Davenport. Fires to the middle. The quarterback's a little more on target there. Maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
Well, that one falls incomplete, but this guy has been locked in. He's 5 for 6 on the opening drive of the game, and the coaching staff felt like he had a great week of preparation coming into this one. I think they were expecting him to have this hot start.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Cover guys getting down to do their job, and they'll stop him at the 15. Offense in a bunch formation. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. There he goes. Got the first down. Looking for more. The 40. He is feeling it. A huge play. Almost took him to the house, but they got him at the 24.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that play.
The Sun Devils trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And I'd go back to him again after that first carry, but the defense more ready. They're more alert, dialed into the running back. They're like, listen, we've given up one big play. All eyes on him. Nice job getting the guy on the ground.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. Looking to throw, it's Levitt. Here's the pressure. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive.
And the offense, man, he couldn't find anybody open. Like, somebody's got to create some separation. Or what do I do? How about I throw a jump ball to one of my big receivers out wide that can go up and dunk on somebody's head and catch the football? Maybe find my big playmakers and try to force them the ball down here in the red zone.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. He'll do it himself. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This offense has it with really good field position. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Let's think a second about Arizona State. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
Been so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have two teams playing so well at the top of their conference. You know this game matters. There's no sleepwalking into this game. You see the numbers at the top of the conference. It's you and it's them. Who's going to come out today?
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big-bodied guys that you know can win in contest.
And he will take it in. Touchdown, Sun Devils. A quick strike, just as we expected.
And quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
Coming out with it, it's locked, and the ball is loose on the return. It's recovered by the kicking team, and they'll steal a possession.
And this kickoff coverage team, they just get to the ball carrier. They are flying around. They're beating their blocks. The ability to create a turnover on a special teams play like this, and that is massive. And now it sets them up for great field position.
You know what? Everybody gets energized on the whole football team when you got running backs that fight for extra yards and breaks tackles. It's awesome to watch. Everybody literally gets a little jolt of energy because that guy continues to fight for everything he gets.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll ride Davis here. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Arizona State! No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They'll run it. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Power football with the run. Runs through the tackle. He'll go out of bounds, but a solid pickup on the run.
A lot of times when you think about speed back, speed, you think on the edge. You don't think in between the tackles. You don't think about breaking tackles. They're trying to break your ankles. The problem is when you're trying to run there as fast as you possibly can, a lot of times you don't get to put a good hit on him. And in turn, you see he breaks tackles and make big plays.
Kansas State will have to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Hauls it in, looking for space. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Arizona State has the ball back and the offense making its way onto the field. This is just what they wanted, a quick start, a 17-0 lead, and now they have the ball back. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. Good timing on the quick out. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking downfield, it's Levitt. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And that one is incomplete. It's the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona State has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back.
False start on offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And after the failed connection on second down, this offense faces a third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. That's caught. It's Brown. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49. A big pickup there.
This running back is a weapon. Not only is he going to hurt you in the run game, but they're going to throw it to him, and they're going to throw it to him on first down, second down, and third down, as you saw right there.
Looking to throw on first down. Quarterback on the move, still looking. That's the kind of protection you dream about as he fires left. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up. And the Sun Devils are marching down the field. The offense changing the play. They'll run the toss. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
The best offenses are the ones that can run the football in the red zone when the defense knows it's coming. It's hard to throw the ball down in this area of the field. They go with the toss play, and they pick up a big gainer.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Give to the running back. He'll be forced out of bounds, and they're stubborn with this running game in the red zone. The Sun Devils line it up with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he runs it in for a score. Touchdown, Sun Devils!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. They really needed to get points on this drive to sort of steady the ship. He'll take it himself. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
The Wildcats come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Back to throw, it's Davenport. Right down the middle. He's got an open man. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Got it set up on the outside. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Back to pass on second down. Unloads it left. It's caught. There he goes. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas State. And the offense finds a way to cut into this lead, but they still have plenty of work to do.
They do, but that's a big score. You don't want to get late and start getting in the second half where you're fighting to come back by so many points. So great job getting points, get that momentum back on your side so you can come out and do some good things when you get the ball next time.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Find some fresh air. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down.
Get set, get set.
Just a short pass to the tight end. At the 35, he's got more. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half of the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. From the red zone, it's Davis. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front.
When the offense gets in those multiple tight end looks, you kind of have a good understanding of what's coming. You don't know where the ball's going necessarily, but they'll put those big old bodies in there to block, to move people, to put more mass on the field, especially once you get in this red area where you have to be able to run the football effectively. Those passing windows tend to shrink a lot.
Leaves it with the running back. He'll be run out of bounds at the 13. And the Sun Devils will try to pick it up on fourth down. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Grover. Touchdown, Arizona State! And they add 6 more in the morning with that trip to the house. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play. And
here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points?
Back to pass, it's Davenport. Throws for the tight end. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
Starts a drive trying to go up top. Caught behind the line. It's Brown. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. The Sun Devils come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Second down, he'll throw it. Moves away as he feels pressure. He throws one to the left. Hits him inside the 20, still going. He's showing it all, the juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line. They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on 3rd down.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions. You've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
Quarterback making checks. Looking for a man. It's Levin. Extending the play. He's forced out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4, and they save the touchdown, at least for now. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This offense has been running up and down the field, and here they are, 1st and goal, a chance to tack on another one before halftime. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts.
I think defenses sometimes get frustrated and you want to get blitz happy and because you give up yards. In this day and age, you're going to give up yards. Who cares? This is the area you're going to bow up. Nice job on 1st down stopping them. A couple more downs here to stay aggressive.
That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You got to be aggressive and you got to make tackles.
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Wide receiver going in motion. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And the pass to the sideline will pick up a short gain.
That's a nice completion. I know you don't get the 1st down. You're obviously set up in field goal range here down in the red zone, but because you've got 4th and short now, you may decide to go for this if you're on offense.
The offense trying to find a way on 4th and goal from the 2. Tight end finds a soft spot. Touchdown, Sun Devils! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finished the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. It's 1st down, but the offense is just going to take a knee and go to the locker room. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to throw. It's Levitt. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. The sweet feet buy a little time. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
And the Sun Devils will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to scramble. He's going to let one go back to the middle. He's got it. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get out.
And he takes it. To the air on 1st down. Moving out of the pocket. Working that left side. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. That chunk play has them in business. Set up with a 1st down in the red zone. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit. You might as well hang on to the ball.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit.
And to throw, it's Levitt. Pocket breaking down.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that. You can show your exotic looks. You can get the pass rush going. Everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Big tight end makes the grab. 1st down, still on his feet.
That's a big-time completion. Now, guys, I think they caught the defense napping right there. I think everybody on defense thought that they were going to maybe throw to the sticks on that one, but instead, quarterback had some other ideas. He had a matchup he loved one-on-one, vertically down the field.
Hits him in stride inside the 10. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7. He wants to throw it again. Bunch formation for these receivers. Quarterback making adjustments. Wants to throw on 1st down. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. He's got it along the sideline. Gets enough for the 1st down, but not sure they'll get another playoff here in the 3rd quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. game, and we'll start with the first down. Used to play fake, now to throw. A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking downfield, it's Levitt. Pressure coming. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Looking to fire. He rifles one deep down the middle. And he'll pull it in inside the 20.
Well, I love play callers that want to stay aggressive regardless of what the score is, regardless of how much time is left on the clock. And I promise you this, there are a lot of fans, there are a lot of teams all across college football that are paying.
Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. So that touchdown nullified by the penalty in the red zone. First down here for the offense. Quarterback may change this route. He's looking to throw. Here's a heat. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. The Sun Devils now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Deep shot for the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. You have a big lead in the fourth quarter. When you do that, the only explanation for it is you're trying to send a message by sticking in another touchdown.
And saying, listen.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. Right down the boulevard. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker who is so important to this team.
It'll be 3rd and long. To the air, it's Dyer. Got it in the middle, it's Barnes. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. On 4th down, looking to pass. Bought a little time, lets it go. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down. And the Sun Devils come to the line with a fresh set of downs. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. Looking downfield on 1st down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Wants to adjust the pattern. Wants to keep it in the air. Quarterback adapting. He'll take another shot here. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
On third down, he drops to throw. Buys a little extra time. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Got some room to run.
Reese, I know you're a little bit.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Blasted as he lets it go.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
How about that? The mindset of the offensive coordinator. You got a really big lead. You're sitting really pretty, but I think this is just about rubbing your nose in it and trying to make bigger plays down the field. But the defense finally got a stop, and they need some more of those and some big plays to get back in this game.
Really nice job by the defense that time. Third down, they're expecting pass, but they also know that this quarterback is dangerous when he wants to scramble. And it was almost as if they were expecting that. They were able to get to him.
Makes a catch. First down and maybe a lot more. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. To the air, it's Levin. Finds his man. It's Brown. He gets it out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46. The Sun Devils with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Rush is on him. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone. They're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progression.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Pulls it in down the sideline. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 at the 11. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but